Hi guys, welcome to episode number 8 of What's the Tea with Dan and Adam. So in this video, I'm going to catch you guys up on what has been going on for the past month. It has been crazy, but all good things. So we're keeping our fingers crossed that everything keeps moving the way it does to get to that end goal. So we talked about how our house is being constructed and we are planning to have our egg retrieval soon. And this video is going to fill you in on everything. So let's start with the house. We started building our house a few months ago and we finally broke ground. And since then, everything has been so quick. Our framing is up. My brother went and saw the house yesterday and he saw that the windows are put in place. There's a roof. So it's starting to look like a new house. I'm actually going to put some clips in over me talking right now just to explain how this process is working. We are using Ryan Homes. We're building in South Jersey, right by my dad and right by Adam's sister. So this town is somewhere where we already have been to. We are comfortable with it. It's a great place for us to raise kids and continue to live with our family. So we're super excited about this. In these videos, you'll see the construction, you'll see the framing of what is going to become our house. We started with a lot of dirt months ago, and step by step they have been working on this to create our home, which we are so excited for. I have been going to Hobby Lobby, I've been on Pinterest, I've been on Instagram, every social media platform, just to see what we're gonna do with this house, because basically it's like a new palette. We're starting from scratch, so everything is gonna be brand new, and I'm so excited. So that's what's happening with the house, and we are looking to close in November. So about 2 months left. It is now September 1st, and it is my birthday month. So I am super excited, even though I'm going to be 30. I think I've come to realize that it's gonna happen. I can't stop it. I always dreaded the day where I'm 30 years old because I felt like everything just goes downhill from there. But with everything coming ahead this year, I'm actually very excited for what's to come. Maybe 2021 will be a lot better than 2020. I hope so. But there's so many things happening with my family, my sister's wedding. We have her shower next weekend, which I am so nervous about. I'm hoping that the rain doesn't come and we can have a beautiful shower outside. So excited about that. So I will hopefully be able to share all that footage with you in the next video, just because she has no clue what I've been doing at home. So I'm super excited to show all that stuff. But again, everything has been so positive right now, and we like to keep it that way. So I'm going to move on to what's been going on with the egg donor. So we explained to you in the last video that we actually matched with another egg donor who is from Montana, and her name is Ashley. And we were so nervous. She had such a great background with her last retrieval that it would be silly for us not to use her. And I was partially torn on moving on to another egg donor just because of that relationship we built with Jenny. And it has been so great. And I'm so glad that we bumped into each other on this website and we moved forward with her. Everything has been going so smooth. She actually flew in to Montana a few days ago for her egg retrieval. So this is happening like currently, which is probably why I'm so excited to share with you guys that the egg retrieval is scheduled for this Thursday. So in 2 days, she will be given those eggs. Those eggs will be coming out and they will be fertilized, and we will get to know what is to come from this retrieval. So I wanted to explain a little bit about how this works. So for 2 weeks before her flight to Connecticut, she has to take shots every day. So there are 2 different shots that she takes, and they have to be injected into her stomach. And basically they're hormones that are going to help her follicles grow and produce an egg for the doctor to retrieve. So the more eggs that we retrieve on retrieval day gives us a better chance of becoming pregnant. So for example, if she donates 20 eggs and then we split them up into 2, so 10 for me and 10 for Adam, then they go and they fertilize those. After 10 days of testing, and there's 10 days of growing, which they see if the cells are multiplying, and they'll tell us if they're a good candidate to be transported into our surrogate. So The whole scientific background behind this process is so interesting because what we can do is we can test our genetics to make sure everything looks great, make sure there's no extra chromosomes, make sure there's no missing chromosomes, and we can even find out the sex of the embryo so early on in the stage. So we are going to do that just because we want what we want, especially paying this amount of money. And it's really exciting because this retrieval will determine how many eggs we get and how many possibilities we will have of picking the perfect embryo. And the doctors have told us that basically you get what you get. You can cycle your donor again, but in the back of our heads, we don't want to wait that long to cycle Ashley again. So we're hoping that everything goes well. We got updates on her yesterday. She had an ultrasound and she's gotten 8 things of blood work at this time. And they told us that she started with 45 follicles, which means that there is a possibility of 45 eggs to be growing and retrieved. So when they told us that number, we were super excited. Yesterday, we got a more condensed number from our doctor, and he said that we're looking at 15 to 20 as of right now, which still can go up. One of the nurses explained to us that there is a line that they measure, and I think it's between 15 to 20 millimeters. And right under that line, there is a big group of eggs that can still grow within the 2 days before retrieval that can be bumped up to that certain size. So that means we might get more than 21. We really don't know. The doctor doesn't know until he goes in there because he won't see everything on an ultrasound. So honestly, we probably won't know how many eggs we get until Friday. So that'll be a whole nother video where I'll explain what's going on and how many we get and how many were fertilized. So that's gonna be in our next episode of What's the Tea. But I wanted to talk to you guys about how we met our egg donor. So we didn't know how to put it with our egg donor. We're in a group chat and we text often about things, and we weren't sure if she was going to be comfortable meeting us because she's done this process before, but she never met her intended parents. So we weren't sure how she was going to be. So we just threw it out there asking if she would be interested in meeting us. And of course, she said yes, and she was excited. So we planned on going up to Connecticut, which is about an hour and 40 minutes from where we live right now. And we just wanted to spend time with her. I wanted to take a picture with her just because that is going to be basically a family picture for our kid or kids to see when they're growing up. Once we start to explain how this whole process works, they're going to want to know what's going on with their mom and who their mom is. So we are super lucky that Ashley was so willing to meet us and that she is open to communication once the kids get older. So that's important for an egg donor because sometimes people just want to do a closed donation and they don't want to know anything about what's happening with the children. And she told us that her last intended parents didn't even tell her if they got pregnant, which made me sad because if you're doing so much for a family in need, I think that you should at least figure out if you were able to help them. I get it on a donor side, some people aren't comfortable with it, but I think if I were in that situation, I would definitely want to know if I helped a family get pregnant. So Ashley told us that she didn't find out from her last donation if they even got pregnant. So we felt that meeting her and having her come and see what we like to do, what our interests are, would be great for us both to experience. That way we can talk to the kids about how their mom is and how her personality matches theirs. So it was really, really nerve-wracking. We drove up to Connecticut. She flew in and stayed at a hotel. And the whole entire drive up to Connecticut, I wasn't sure if I was car sick or was just making an excuse for why I was so nervous and felt like I was going to vomit the whole time. And I kept thinking about it. I had the sweats. Adam, nothing bothered him. He drove up, no issues. We pulled up to the hotel and I called my best friend Ashley and told her that I was going to puke. And Adam told me I'm calling the wrong Ashley because we're here and we needed her to come downstairs. So I hang up on her and then I called Ashley, our egg donor, and told her we were outside. So I had a few minutes to get myself together and I was so nervous. I didn't know what to say. What do you say when you're meeting someone, especially your egg donor that you've been in contact with for months, that is going to help you become a family? It's a lot to think about and it made me super nervous. But as soon as we saw her, it was like we've known each other for so long. We automatically gave each other hugs. I wasn't sure with coronavirus how she was going to be with giving hugs. It was probably one of the moments that I'll remember for the rest of my life, just because it was so important to me. You guys know how long we've been on this journey and all the struggles we've had and the bumps in the road that we've gotten over. And to finally meet the person that is going to help us with creating our family was like so emotional for me. And it was such a great feeling. I gave her the biggest hug ever, and all of a sudden, all my fears and worries and nerves were gone. We got in the car, and she was so happy to be there. And we drove to a really, really, really good restaurant where we had tacos, and we sat there for 2 hours. We sat there and just basically talked about everything from her family to our family to why we want to do this, how long we've been doing this. We talked about our amazing surrogate and everything in between, our doctors. We found out that me and Ashley have so much in common. We are literally like twins from another state. So it's crazy to think that someone from the opposite side of the United States has so much in common with you, me being on the East Coast and being raised by a totally different family than her. And it was just very, very genuine being able to talk to her and sharing things in common. Our favorite colors are the same. It was so crazy, like little tiny things like what we're doing for our 30th birthday and our plans for that. We had the same exact picture saved on our phone. We liked the same music. She cheered when she was younger, and everything just started to become a little weird. And Adam was like, of course this is going to happen to you too. You guys are going to be best friends now. And it was just nice because this whole journey has been so interesting, and you never know how someone is going to be when you meet them. You never know if they're going to be exactly what you wanted them to be or not. And fortunately enough, we were so blessed to meet Ashley, and she was amazing, and she was very open to everything. We talked to her. We've been updated by her with everything that's happening with RMA and the ultrasounds, and she's super great with communication. At first, I was a little scared that she wasn't going to be, but once we met, it was like a whole new world. And I texted her shortly after we left saying, thank you so much for being so open to this all. And she told us that she was just as nervous. So there's another thing that makes us kind of feel the same way, and our twins that we call each other. It was a very, very great day. At first, I didn't know what I was going to ask her. How were we going to bring up conversations? What should I ask her? What would bother her? What would be pushing too much? And it was so smooth. Everything that we talked about was so genuine, and our conversations were great. I wish I could hang out with her more, just because I feel like we would be friends in real life. And it made me happy. And I think that Adam enjoyed his day too. We talked about it on our way home, and we are both so lucky that Ashley is a part of this journey and that she's so great. So next is the egg retrieval, and we will find out today when that is going to be. She has to take 2 trigger shots, which I thought was very interesting. They told her she's going to take 1 tonight and then tomorrow, and then the retrieval is going to be on Thursday. So we are planning to drive up to Connecticut just to give her a good luck hug. The process only takes about 40 minutes, and she's not going to feel great afterwards. So even if we just drive up there to wish her luck, give her a hug, and maybe take a picture again, because I love taking pictures and I look at them all the time. And yeah, so that's where we are with the egg donor. I filled you on with the house and what's going on. So hopefully by the next time I record a video, you'll understand what happened with the egg retrieval. I'll go into how the process works, how long it takes. A lot of people are saying, oh my goodness, you're so close, you're gonna be pregnant soon. No, it's not that quick. There's a lot of things that they have to do behind the scenes with the genetic testing, with the watching the embryos grow, and I'll explain that in the next video, just because I don't want to get into that too much before I make a mistake, because honestly, I am learning just as you guys are. Day by day, I find something out different and new, and I'm very fortunate for this journey just because of how much I'm learning and what my life is becoming and how I'm maturing into an adult. And it's just very heartwarming, heartwarming for me to understand that we're almost there, not quite there yet. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of What's the Tea. I'm sorry, it's kind of boring, but this is what's been going on. For me, it's so exciting, and I love sharing this with all of you because every time I post something, you guys are commenting, liking, texting me separately, and I appreciate all the support. Me and Adam are over the top excited for this whole journey, and we love sharing everything with you because hopefully one day it helps someone that watches these videos. So if you have not done so already, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video and our channel just to keep yourself updated on what's to come. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.